Fear leads to anger, and anger leads to hate. This holds true throughout many periods in history. But one case that this is deeply integrated within is the U.S. Red Scare of the late 1940s through 1950s. A man single-handedly was able to manipulate the fear America had of a communist uprising and turned it into hate, that which he himself aimed at his enemies. A United States Senator from Wisconsin by the name of Joseph McCarthy accused 205 State Department employees of being communists without any evidence supporting his claim. This incident birthed a new concept, dubbed a McCarthyism. McCarthyisms are defined as making accusations without any warrant or reason. At its core, McCarthyisms are manipulation tactics that turn fear into hate. And during the time of its inception, being called a communist meant that you were anti-American, and to society you were the ultimate evil that must be abolished, which was not true. True hate from a false notion. The victims of this McCarthyism time were as follows: Helen Keller and Arthur Miller. Helen Keller was born blind and deaf. However, that did not stop her. She was an activist for women and for the disabled population of this country. However, to McCarthy, this was grounds for investigation. She became an enemy of the state and was effectively blacklisted and investigated. And for a few years, her reputation was tarnished. As stated before, Arthur Miller was also a victim of this. He was arrested and detained for a year for just having associates who were communists. However, during the investigation, they found no evidence of him attempting to even be involved with communist activity, and yet he was blacklisted. However, out of both of their plights, true art came to play. Helen continued to be an activist until her death, and Arthur Miller wrote the famous play The Crucible, which showcased how erroneous accusations can be fatal. This very act continues to this day. Many people are falsely accused of various things, which in turn leads to hate from the masses. People standing up for their rights are labeled as monsters in society's eye. If you look at the mainstream media and how often they villainize the Black Lives Matter movement, women's rights, and even pride parades, they are labeled as nuisances at the very least and terrorists at the very most. This is America, and we need to embrace all parts of us. It is our right to speak out and to believe. Do not ostracize. Be an ostrich.